Hello. I'm here. And I'm gonna play some Fire Emblem. The one with the 3 houses. I noticed that I had just like a ton of I guess hey, is there no sound from the okay, never mind. I was freaking out for a second. It was just quiet. Anyway, um you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a big backlog of support conversations that don't like pop up naturally in the world. They're like between units, between students. So I wanted to go through and watch some of those, and I figured why not stream it. Yep. And then if it depends on how long this takes, but I suppose if there's time, I could make a little progress in the story. I think I'm on a free day right now. Yeah. Looks like the prevailing wisdom is to battle. Oh right, because I got quests here. There's a rare enemy. Got paralog still. Still don't have 3 action points for that. I don't know if that's attached to professor level also or what. Anyway, I think I can just jump in right here. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot here. If you'll see, like, there's a lot to go. So let's just start from the top, I guess. See what Edelgard has to say. Oh, okay. So it's just the ones with the white on top. Try listening when they're ready to speak with you. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't work for. I know that it works for inter-student ones. Doesn't it? No. There we go.
Sometimes I wonder if your life could have taken you down a different path. If you had never met me and entered my service, you might have had a more peaceful.
A more tedious path.
I'm just gonna make it auto.
Spoiled rotten, like so many other nobles. Never. My duty to you is no mere obligation. I chose this. I had thought that would be obvious to you.
This dude is
I
so
understand
like
you well,
the
better than
dude
anyone. But when I
who
see you at the monastery, studying with the others, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me.
commits himself to you without you wanting
Such a
him to.
life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me. But I cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery.
I feel the same way.
That enjoyment, however, is only thanks to you. Standing by your side is all that truly matters to me.
I see. Then I won't speak of such things
Oh,
again.
I'm gonna
It's
turn
really
my
what
mic
you
off for a
want.
second.
I'll gladly keep you by my side. The path I must walk is soaked in blood. It's a path that can lead to madness, can snatch away one's future, and can even take one's life. And the pool of blood at my feet is growing larger.
Here we go.
Those stains can never be washed clean.
Please leave the violence to me. A leader must be seen as pure, above the fray.
Okay.
Allow me to paint the path.
I mean, I already got.
you red with the blood of your enemies.
Oh,
I will do it gladly.
this dude, just something about him that's a little unsettling to me. He just has a vibe, you know? Like, he's into some real fucked up shit. Okay. So, wow. She has a C with, like, everyone, but not much more than that. I guess there's a B here. Almost a B. Their bond with Cerise has deepened. Wait. Take some time. What? Wait. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's try Try listening or ready to speak with you. So that'll just pop up on one of the days on the calendar as it goes by. I turned down a couple, and I don't know if you can like watch them in here or not. I was trying to like save them. Okay, let's see what Ferdinand has to say to Elgard,
This idea, I may be able to get the one up on Edelgard.
his rival.
This again.
Oh no, wait,
Hubert!
not
I wish you
Elgard.
would not
It's
sneak up on me
Hubert.
like that. Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind were less burdened by sedition.
Sedition?
Sedition.
This is an important project.
Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand. She is above you. A noble like you ought to know his place.
Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this or Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself?
It's true. It's
You
true
follow her
though.
around like a pet.
It's so
you spend
true.
all of your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings.
Your nonsense is tiresome. So I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son.
Yes, I understand that. But my duty is to guide her, to give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do, always. Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing?
This
Well,
fucking
such
dude.
is disgusting.
Oh my god.
You're hopeless.
Hubert is so
I
like
have nothing more to
grimdark.
say to you. Get
He's
out
so
of
like Snape-esque. Just like, ugh. Alright, Hubert, what do you have to say to Lindhart? Oh god, what's this gonna be like?
This is fascinating. Following this equation. Go away, Hubert.
Oops.
Now is not a good time. Ah, yes. The double line becomes a helix, and its arc. No, that cannot be correct.
Now is exactly the time. Lady Edelgard requests your presence. Come. The lecture is about to start.
Politely inform her that my research is vastly more important than whatever it is she has to say.
While your passion may be admirable, it is sadly misdirected. This matter takes priority.
Man,
Return
Hubert,
to your hobby when your duty is done.
what a fucking cop.
This research will most certainly prove useful in the future.
The Empire requires you to be useful now. I should think you would want the same. You have an almost unparalleled intellect, singular focus, and unfettered imagination. In truth, you have talents that many, including myself, will never have the privilege of possessing.
Are you complimenting me, Hubert? That alone deserves to be studied.
Let me finish. I haven't an ounce of respect for the cause you have
Here we
chosen
go.
to waste your talents on, which changes
Such a
frequently, I might
pity.
add, with no rhyme, reason, or results. Learn to apply yourself to something constructive. You may still have a bright future.
That sounds suspiciously as if you're not going to leave me alone. I just want a little life doing things that interest me. Is that so wrong?
That is unacceptable, even for a nobleman. Her Highness will soon ascend to the throne. She is attempting to deal with such noble privilege head-on.
You have a point, and I understand where you're coming from. But I can't do it. I can't bring myself to work for someone else.
Pathetic. Keep to your books, then. Goodbye, Linhart.
God, I fucking hate Hubert so much. He just kind of blows. There's a bee with Casper.
I'm not finished with you. I am Caspar!
Casper.
What's going on, Hubert? You need something?
What's going on,
I watched your
Hubert?
training earlier. display.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
You yell before every move.
I know. I do it on purpose. It's how I get fired up. Is that a problem for you? You scared?
Stupid habit. If you value your life, you'll break it.
What are you talking about? It sounds like you might have a problem with me.
As a matter of fact, I do. If it was only your own idiotic life at stake, I wouldn't bother saying anything. But it's not. Your foolishness hurts everyone.
I mean, granted,
Sure do.
Casper
Love
has
to hear
died
yourself talk.
maybe the most out of any of my units, so it's kind of funny.
It is very likely the enemy could anticipate your next move based on your insipid blather. And what if your allies are startled by your outburst and fumble with their weapons as a result? This is not to mention the obvious fact that you would utterly botch any covert operation.
I'm very excited to get through Hubert and be on to the
I only
next
shout when it's completely
anybody
necessary.
else.
Don't do it all the time.
Whatever habits you develop in training, you will reproduce on the battlefield. Combat is tense and frantic. You will default to your training whether you mean to or not.
Hey, why don't you just shut up about it? I can control myself.
Being outside is so tiring.
God, I swear to God,
Just an insect.
if this dude says any shit to my girl Bernie,
Whoa, why is it so cold all of a sudden? It's as if an unspeakable evil just...
You're late.
No, into the light! Back to the beyond from whence you came!
Are you telling me to die?
Hubert?
In the flesh. I came to ask you
for
something.
now.
Oh no, what did I do? Think, Bernie, think!
There have been sightings of a sinister figure carrying a sharp object, wandering the halls at night. A strange giggle, the glimmer of a needle in the dark, the sound of a door creaking open and closed.
Okay, no, I fucking figured it out. I figured it out.
Then you leave no
I fucking figured out who he reminds me of. It's like somewhere in between
I'm too young to die!
Snape and Gabe
About what I
from The Office.
It's no good. I can't run anymore.
That was
That's just
not
like the vibe that he has. I don't know.
You're going to execute me, aren't you? Please, let me compose my last will and testament.
Like, people are legitimately afraid of this freak.
The creak of a door. Sorrow like a needle point. Bernie's gone away.
Bernadetta, a word of caution. How would you feel if you fell or bumped into someone while carrying around that needle? Please watch where you're going in the future. How did I manage to think while standing up?
God, I
Why
love
can't I
her.
simply leave her here?
This is literally like the only good Hubert conversation so far. This will be interesting.
Unreasonable. How will I see to this?
This dude just sucks.
What are you doing here?
A routine matter. No cause for concern.
Ah, so it's something to do with 80 then.
And
80.
She really is all you ever think about, isn't she?
Yeah, Dorothea's
I know
always
you
rocking
do
that
her
hat.
so that she'll like you, but if you go too far, she'll end up pushing you away. Maybe
She's
you
kind of in love with my
this has
character.
nothing to do with swaying Lady Edelgard's sentiments. I am simply her humble servant.
We'll
I
get to
do
that.
what is in her best interest. Whether she cares for me or not is irrelevant.
It really doesn't look that way to me.
I bet you'd follow any order Adi gave if you thought it would make her
Oh,
happy.
it's fine. Like, it took me a minute to get
order.
ready. I was doing some other stuff, so.
What a thing to suggest. But the answer is no. I will decline any directive that I deem would not be beneficial to her.
Is that right? So, just for example, if Adi commanded you to find
Game
yourself
audio.
a suitable wife, would you do it?
Suppose I
If it
could.
would benefit her in some way for me to marry, then yes.
Is that too much?
I would marry.
It's easy to say that now with no bridal party in sight. But if it was the day of the wedding? Nah, I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe. My only wish is to see Lady Edelgard fulfill her ambitions. All other matters pale in comparison.
I just.
Huey, pale in comparison? You've seen too many
God.
operas. I don't think you understand how the world
Dorothea
works.
is
At all.
like
And I don't care what
S
you
tier
think
in
either.
terms of characters
I would
because
make
she
any
just
sacrifice to support
rolls
Lady
every
Edelgard.
single fucking dude
It's a
in the
shame
cast.
You've never experienced such devotion.
You're right. I don't have anyone like that right now. But maybe someday I will.
Then maybe someday you'll understand. Until then, we will never see eye to eye. Now, if you will
She's
excuse
basically
me,
an
I have
idol.
much
Like
to do.
she used to be an opera singer.
I don't get you. Although I do find your point of view just fascinating.
All right. Who else? Oh God. Let's see if he's racist.
Petra, industrious as ever, I see.
Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working hard to improve my position. Right now, it is not a good one.
Even accounting for that, your efforts are impressive. I wish a little of you would rub off on certain people here. One troublesome slouch in
Hubie.
particular.
Rub? I will not be rubbing on anyone.
Not literally. I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in Fodlan. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal. So much so, I thought you'd grown up in the wild.
I had more youth.
Here we
then,
go.
And the experience was terrifying. My grandfather ordered me to go to Fodlan with suddenness. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. The treatment I was receiving was like I was a strange beast.
It is unfortunate, but while you were called our guest, you were actually a hostage. You were meant to be insurance that Brigid would not restore its alliance with Dagda and attack us. The Empire required leverage. And after all, you are the princess
It's
of
pretty heavy
Brigid.
shit for
It
just a
gave
side
me
conversation.
sadness to leave my home. But I am not unhappy that I came to the Empire.
It's like lore
I have learned much
implications.
understanding from the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am. And meeting you and Lady Edelgard has had great value for me.
I admire your spirit in the face of adversity. You set a strong example to follow. And there is much more adversity to come.
He just seems like a fucking villain, you know? Like, I do not trust him whatsoever. Oh God, I cannot imagine what this conversation is like.
Hubert, my boy, it's rather rare for the two of us to see one another with no one else around, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it is.
I was good friends with your father, you know. Perhaps this is fate, eh? Of course, when I left the Empire, I broke off my friendship with him. And, well, everyone else.
You were right to sever ties with such a miserable
Okay.
piece of filth.
Sharp words, Hubert. Contemptible though your father may be, he is still your father.
Don't overcomplicate it. I will not forgive him. Ever. Contemptible is just the right word for the wretch. Do you truly know what kind of man my father is?
I assume you're talking about the insurrection
Oh
of the 7th.
shit.
At the time, I was already at Garrick Mont. I know nothing more than hearsay. That said, I found it hard to believe that Lord Vestra would challenge the Emperor like that.
Yet that's exactly what he did. Since the dawn of the Adrestian Empire, House Vestra has served House Hresvelg as the Emperor's right hand. My father spat on a legacy of loyalty and devotion that had lasted 1100 years. He conspired with the ministers to usurp power from the Emperor and Lady Edelgard.
In your father's defense, the Emperor was attempting to take power from the Seven Houses. The Emperor's reform was an attempt
My father,
to
the
concentrate
usurper.
power in the hands of the throne. The nobles put a stop to that. Emperor Ionius lost the ensuing power struggle.
Now it is the nobles' turn to suffer defeat. Lady Edelgard will be Emperor.
You hope she can cease this never-ending conflict? That's quite a goal, Hubert.
Oh. I've literally never heard of that. But that's sounds prolific. Glad he's getting work. Aw. I bet Shamir would probably dress him down pretty well. Alright, on to Linhart. What are you doing?
It's just... I was wondering why it seems as if no one values their own lives. Why do we fight until we die? Why do we kill without hesitation? I hate it. I don't like taking lives, or even the sight of blood. In the last battle, some of the soldiers under my command died for foolish reasons. Those soldiers could have pulled back. Instead, they kept fighting.
Yeah, I guess I don't know much about this dude except for he likes to sleep a lot.
Even at the cost of such life?
This is a lot more serious than his previous conversations. Even with the rat tail.
Exactly. I don't see.
Did you not see that
honor? That's
little ribbon back there with his little rat tail?
Really? Even worse. Just the thought frightens me. I'm not suited for battle, Professor. I suppose that's the nature of the world, isn't it? Professor, you take the time to lead me and teach me like this every day. Could the reason be that you don't want me to die on the battlefield? That's a bold statement, Professor. But for whatever reason, I want to believe you. You really are a strange person, you know. Professor, I wish to ask something of you. I don't want to kill. I don't want blood on my hands. I just want to lie on my back and soak up the sun filtering down through the trees. And I want you to help me make that a reality.
This dude gets it. This dude gets it.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhart who's been skipping lectures again.
I see.
Wait,
well,
what?
Congratulations, you found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Raymond. Oh god. Hubert? Is Raymond the bear or the skeleton? I can't remember. Robot. Oh, Raymond. The pretty robot? That makes so much fucking sense. Okay.
Before you go on,
God,
is there any discernible
rip.
benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be?
I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
That's it.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. You could use your Crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries in magic theory.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish
World
drive
at
for knowledge,
large.
but only if you put it to good use.
I'm sure there must be some use.
Oh? Then please, tell me what potential uses you have in mind.
I love how
There are
her
people
cape
out
is
there
just
who
like
spend
stiff,
good money on
sticking out
bizarre
there.
artistic creations. So I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of the world.
A lullaby? I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning.
Sure, of course. Goodbye.
Okay. We did Hubert already. I guess this list is gonna get like smaller for each person. Let's see what he has to say with Ferdinand.
Just look at this place. It's so beautiful, I believe I should take a nap and enjoy it properly.
Linhardt, lost in thought, I see. Unacceptable. Are you not aware that a noble's duty is to be ever vigilant?
See, it's
Rest
totally a rat
increases
tail.
alertness. Is there something I can do for you, Ferdinand?
Well, I was just passing by, and I thought I could give you a little advice. You always seem to be napping. Why not spend your free time doing something productive?
Easier said than done, Ferdinand. I'm afraid I suffer from a constitution that tires easily.
Some training will remedy that.
Constitution.
Let us work on that today. I will train you myself.
It is small,
Arise,
and it's like,
Linhardt. The righteous path of the noble lies
in my
before you.
mind,
You're always giving
it's
it
not a
your all.
ponytail unless like there's
Yes, I
more
am. Is there something wrong
of
with
the
that?
back of his hair
Of
going
course
into
not.
it.
In
I
fact,
guess,
I rather enjoy
like,
your demeanor. You
I
go
don't
all
know.
out even when others wish you wouldn't. You work hard, inspire the admiration of others, and your dignity as a noble is beyond reproach.
I consider it my mission to serve as a guide and a model for other members of the nobility.
As capable as you are striking. Next to you, I am a mere infant.
Oh, you are far too kind. Although I do work hard each day to achieve all of which you speak.
You've mastered all the important noble skills. You drink tea, talk about how great you are, ride horses.
Indeed. I went for a ride earlier today.
Is that so? You'll have to tell me about it sometime when I'm not walking away.
Jesus Christ.
Where are you going?
I must get some sleep, being the infant that I am. Farewell for now, Ferdinand. Oh, noble among nobles.
Noble among nobles? Seems a bit much. Did he say get some sleep? Hey, wait!
Got him. Here we go.
You're
This
looking
will be
pretty
good.
tired, Linhardt. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit.
I believe you have enough fighting spirit for the both of us.
Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much as you can get if you're gonna train.
I'd rather pace myself. You're becoming too much like your father. I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some training.
Ah, I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over it.
They hate one another so much. I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them.
I wish they'd just have it out already. One big fight to settle things. My
I
father
mean,
would win,
yeah, that makes
obviously, but it would
sense.
still be fun to watch.
That would be rather cruel. I don't think anyone in Fodlan could beat up your father. My father does have the height advantage, though.
I cannot believe they're having a my dad can beat up your dad
If
situation.
two opponents are of similar strength, the one with the height advantage wins. It's pure math.
Whoever forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height.
Brute strength alone doesn't decide a fight. And taller people have longer limbs, too. Longer limbs equates to a longer reach. Taller people can hit you from farther away. Oh, and they have more leg strength. There's also that... Well, I'm bored explaining this. I think you get my point.
No, I don't get it. Now
Yeah,
you're talking about
they're-
limb length and
they're
reach?
talking about
That
a-
matters when you're up close
A
and small.
theoretical fight
No,
between their
I'm going to
dads
agree
and
with
who
you,
would
just
win
so
the
I don't have
fight.
to keep talking.
If you've got something else to say, then
Ugh.
come out and say it. Actually, no, forget this. I'll prove it to you myself. Some of those new knights look pretty tall. I'll fight one just for you.
And off he goes.
They're all so strong I couldn't land a single blow.
So it's as I said then, isn't it? The tallest fighter has the advantage. And my father could beat yours in a fight.
I love how Caspar, or how Linhart was like, I hate that we have to go into battle and kill. And then he just beats the shit out of Caspar, like, no issue. It's like, no, I don't have a problem with just fucking decking a dude in the face. Like, it's different than killing. It's very good.
La 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 la. Such lovely weather for
Who is this
painting.
guy?
Bernadetta?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
No, yeah,
It's just me.
I know about that
What are
guy,
you
and he
doing?
sucks.
Painting! Just painting. Not important. Am I in your way?
Okay,
I'll just go. I'm going.
that makes sense.
No need for all that. I just came out here to read. I'll stay quiet and still so as not to bother you. How's that? If you want to go, that's fine too.
No. I'll stay.
No, the previous voice actor.
Say, aren't you usually holed up inside?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for coming here. I'm sorry for bothering you. Mad, aren't
No,
you?
yeah, okay. Yeah, that
Mad.
makes sense. It sounds similar.
Before you know it.
I can
Mad
see it.
At you? Never. I rather admire you, in fact. I fantasize about shutting myself in my room and never going outside again. It sounds like paradise. However, I wouldn't be able to perform my research. That, Bernadetta, is a problem.
What? You admire me? Nuh-uh. No way. I know a trick when I see one. What are you plotting? So you want to copy me, is that it? And what's a copy do with the original? Replace it! I've got you figured out. I won't just sit back and take it. I'll fight you!
What? That's not this is too much hassle. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry! Please don't kill me!
What is happening? Hey, wait, what? Okay. Dorothea, let's see how this goes.
I do believe a nap is in order.
They seem like they'd get along.
This is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
No, I'm doing it just by
Dorothea,
the order of the list.
Whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles
Lynn.
look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you?
I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
Okay. Who do we got left? Petra, Flane, and Handyman.
Petra, would you pause a moment?
Yes? Are you wanting something?
I was observing your spear work, and I wonder if you don't think your transitions are sloppy. The way you move your arm before a strong thrust hinders your movement and slows your spear on its way back. It leaves a rather large opening.
Which arm? My left or right?
I think the right... No, actually it's both. It's something about the way you move your elbows.
I am not understanding. Can you show me, please?
Demonstrate? No, I'd hate to get sweat all over my book.
But I must correct this. Please. Or are you unable to do, and you can only teach?
I am more of a theorist than a practitioner. I advise and you implement. Very simple.
I hate to get sweat all over my book.
Please advise again.
It's all quite simple. Sometimes you make a big stab downwards, right? Before that, you lift up. At that point, you sort of let the tension go and stop. It ruins the momentum of the stab.
How can I be lifting up with no unnecessary moving?
It's the arm movement that's extraneous. Calculate the locus of the spear and the elasticity of the muscles.
Locus? Elasticity? Can you not just be showing me? Please. If you are showing me, I will learn it with quickness.
I won't waste your time with such demonstrations. You're a smart one, Petra. You'll sort it out. Besides, I need to go now. I have a prior appointment to keep.
Linhardt only likes talking. It is on myself to prevail.
Now then, where is that book on dance?
Hello, Flane. I'm curious if you could confirm some suspicions I have.
Hello, Linhardt. What is it?
I've recently been lost in study on the topic of Saint Sethlene. You're familiar with her life, yes?
I know a little of her, as do many. But what does this have to do with me?
Interesting that you would ask that. Your question betrays your understanding of my inquiry.
I am quite certain that it does not, as a matter of fact.
I have interviewed several members of the Academy and the Monastery. All agree that you have trouble focusing on detail-oriented work. As I mentioned, I have been carefully researching Saint Sethlene's history, and I found several intriguing anecdotes concerning her life. Granted, it is not stated explicitly in the text, but it is easy enough to read between the lines and get to the underlying truth. The authors of several tomes, all written within 50 years of Saint Sethlene's passing, imply she found it difficult to maintain focus on detail-oriented tasks. Then, Just this morning, as I was studying statues of Saint Sethlene, I came to realize how similar her visage is to your own. Interesting, no?
I do not appreciate your disrespectful approach to this topic.
No disrespect intended, I assure you. Saint Sethlene is a major saint. I only mean to say that looking like her is an honor.
I actually meant that you are being disrespectful to Saint Sethlene.
There was one other item.
If you must.
You are quite skilled in white magic, yes? My understanding is that you have a very high affinity for the art.
Yes, I do. I am confident in my abilities. I am glad of my abilities, for it is a way in which I am able to help others.
Indeed. Once more an echo of Saint Sethlene. I'm so curious as to why such similarities exist. Crest? Perhaps hereditary traits then? Or is it possible I am allowing myself to see patterns where there are none?
I am very busy searching for a book. I will be going now.
Interesting. Interesting. Alright, let's see how these two nerds talk to each other.
Ah, Linhardt. Reading as studiously as ever, I see. Anything to do with crests?
I can't read my book, there's sweat all
Professor
over it.
Hanneman. Actually, this book's about fishing.
I didn't realize you were interested in fishing. What an unexpected discovery. I had heard that you were only interested in crests, to the exclusion of all else. As it were, I had rather thought I could train you as my successor, should we get to know one another better.
I'm sorry to betray your expectations. Truth be told, I've been thinking of giving up on my crest research.
What? Whatever for? Don't tell me you believe fishing to be a more worthwhile pursuit.
No, it's nothing to do with
He used to be
fishing.
really into
I adore the
Trident.
subject of crests. But to study them, you have to consult the people who bear them, right? I just don't have the energy for that.
It is an unavoidable hardship, I admit, but the satisfaction of making a real breakthrough is second to none.
I'm sure the satisfaction of catching a fish is pretty great too.
Consider this, child. Luring fish from the depths pales in comparison to untangling the mysteries of a quest. Why? It all comes down to purpose. Purpose, I say.
Calm down. I get it. Really.
Calm down.
Evidently, you do not. You must have something to work toward in life. The ultimate goal of fishing is to eat the fish. The goal of solving the mysteries of crests is...
Eat the crest.
Well, you must find that for yourself. What do you hope to uncover once everything is finally explained? What motivates you to keep digging deeper?
I had never thought about it like that. Perhaps if I did have a goal, I might share your enthusiasm on the subject.
Alright. That's all for Lindhart. Linhart. I always say Lindhart, but it's Linhart. The D is later. Let's see what Bernie has to say to Edelgard. Edelgard, whatever.
Bernadetta, why are you following me? You were following me
Jesus
quite
Christ.
conspicuously, so why attempt to hide now?
Please don't hurt me!
Calm
What?
yourself. I have no reason to harm you.
Forgive me, I beg you. I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear.
I was about to say,
Bernadetta.
why does she always think people are gonna hurt her? And then I remembered
Yes,
something
Lady Edelgard.
about her history.
Please explain why you were following me and why you tried to hide.
Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me?
Please, speak like the human that you are. I already said no harm will come to you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Permit me to explain. Lady Edelgard, you are fearless.
I'm not sure if
I
there's
look
a way
up
to
you
like
as an example to
replay
follow.
And that explains it. How?
I decided
ones
to
that I've
watch
already
you from a
seen
distance
before.
to learn from you, but your presence is, intimidating. I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Forgive me. I threw myself upon your mercy.
Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of.
What? You do?
You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought.
No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you?
The sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening. I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return.
The sea? I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise.
Again, my shortcomings delight you. Everyone has fears as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you?
I really did make you angry.
They don't communicate super well. Oh. Alright.
Another fine day, alone in my room, and plenty of books to read.
Bernadetta, I have something to discuss with you.
What? I didn't do anything.
No need to be defensive. I am not angry.
Oh, you definitely are. I can tell. Just get it over with. What did I do?
You did not do anything wrong. Please, listen. Look, just breathe, will you?
Can't breathe.
God.
I see that you are struggling. Please calm down.
Easy for you to say.
I just wanted to discuss how you are always hiding in your room. It seems like something must be troubling you, for you to shut yourself away like that. If something is the matter, maybe I can help. But you need to tell me what it is first.
No, no thanks. I'm fine. See, I'm breathing out. You fixed me. Can I go?
Do you not realize that life is passing you by? Have you no desire to venture beyond this reclusive lifestyle? There is a whole world waiting for you out there. The social life of a noble is actually rather...
Just stop it. I'm not interested.
Bernadetta, this is unhealthy behavior.
There's a few more.
I beg you to take my hand. Otherwise, I will have to pick you up and carry you, and neither of us will...
What am I actually like being alone?
I
It's
think
so hard
that
to
her
imagine. It's none of
like
your business.
higher
Get lost.
rank supports are probably better, but I think for the low rank ones, they're all probably kind of like this.
Ouch. I sprained my wrist.
Oh, no. Now you've done it, Bernie. Now you're his eternal rival.
I do not wish to hurt you. Actually,
No, I'm done for. You'll be the death of me for sure.
maybe I should just come back later.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And that one goes there. Perfect.
Oh, hey, Bernadetta. What's going on?
Enemy! Enemies here! We're under attack! Help! Someone! Anyone!
Help. I'm the one who came here for help. I guess I'll just take care of it myself. I can't believe I got hurt trying to break up someone else's fight. It's ridiculous. All I do is step in to calm them down, and the next thing you know, they're both at my throat. Hey, you ever been in a fight?
Fight! You're challenging me to a duel? No, I can't! I've never fought anyone in all my life! I surrender
easy enough. Not to be rude, but
No,
do you
I
ever
can
think
hear
that
it.
maybe your
I really
attitude makes
can.
you a little unapproachable? You should try stepping outside and socializing. I'm sure you'd make friends in no time if you didn't waste it all in here.
Outside? In no time? Oh, sure, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Or maybe it's just not as easy for me as it is for you. Did that ever cross your mind?
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, there's definitely a tinge of
Making
that.
friends is easy. This one time, I even made friends with someone I'd just been in a fight with. I think it was the gorgeous view that did it. We really shared a moment. Come on, let's go check it out.
Hold on! What are you doing? Please don't touch me! Ah! Put me down! Put me down!
Calm down. I'm just gonna carry you out of here. Easy does it. And here we are. See? It wasn't so bad now, was it? And what about this view? Gorgeous, right?
So this is what death is like. Didn't expect it to be so sudden. Come and claim me, sweet death. But first, let this evening sun wash clean my imperfect soul.
Hey, now don't go dying on me, Bernadetta. It's just the sun.
Huh? What? Where am I? Oh, it's pretty. Such a lovely view.
All right.
It's peaceful here. Flowers are so calming. Just looking at these, it's like all the terrible parts of the day just disappear. If only people could be more like flowers.
What's Bern doing? She looks like there's something wrong.
All these nobles
She
are
calls her
just
Bern.
terrifying. And the commoners? Just look at Dorothea. So pretty, popular, dazzling. There's no way someone like me could ever be close with someone like that.
Bern, are you okay?
Dorothea! Did you...
Dorothea's
What?
extremely
Just the part about
gay.
you wishing you could get along with someone. So, Bern, who have you got a crush on? Seriously now, you have
I had
to
to
tell
turn
me.
Dorothea
Who are they?
down
Do I know
because
them?
I'm trying to
I'm
romance
so
someone
excited for you,
else.
Bern.
But she was like waiting for
No,
me
I was
on this like
actually
tower
thinking about
at the ball,
friends with you.
Me?
and I guess she like wrote me a letter that I didn't
thought we
get.
already were friends.
That's not what I mean. Oh, I'm such a coward. I thought it would be great if we could be closer. But old memories just get in the way for me.
Bern, whatever happened in the past, you know you have my full support. I'm here for you. I thought we'd already been friends for a long time now. Please.
Just forget it. We'll never be close friends. Father would just... He would just... No!
Wait, Father? What did she mean by that?
Her dad fucking sucks. Like a lot of the dads in this game. Like a lot of dads in general. And, goddamn. I'd rather just, like, play that support that explains that instead of, like, trying to
Just
paraphrase
really
it.
Nice. Never yells.
I don't know if I can do
Never
that.
says mean things about people. Maybe she'd be my friend. Oh, there she is now. Okay, Bernie, you can do this.
Bernadetta, are you needing help with something?
How did you know? Do you have eyes in the back of your head or something?
I do not have that, no.
Right. Can I ask you something? Do you want to, maybe, be friends or something? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like me.
Bernie
I
is
don't know what you
constantly
think of me.
winning.
What I am thinking? I am thinking that you remind me of prey.
Jesus.
Yes, like a rabbit in the tall grass. Always watching for enemies, and you flee at any sign of danger. You are quick also. I must be careful that I am not hunting Bernie when I take out my bow.
Oh, you try not to shoot me. That's, nice.
You have similarities with prey. That is all I mean to be saying.
So you're saying you might end up hunting me?
There is no need to have concern. I will make sure my arrows are not hitting you.
That isn't comforting. Whatever I did to deserve this, forgive me!
You do not need forgiveness, but it is yours if you are wanting it. Was I saying something wrong?
I think, I mean, these are all the bottom level supports, so I think, like, I'm assuming, just from how the support between my character and hers has gone as it's developed, I assume that they're not all quite as just, like, stereotypically anxious and freaking out. But these are all C ranks, so... that's like the highest she's got, except for with me. I need to get everybody's ranks up or something.
So full. That fruit plate really hit the spot. Time to get nice and snug. Maybe do some sewing.
Hey, you Bernadetta. You look pretty happy. Celebrating something?
This
What?
dude.
No, nothing at all.
Hey, relax. It's okay if you'd rather not tell me. By the
This
way,
dude
I
blows.
believe you left something in the library. A half-written manuscript? Your own work, I presume? I was curious who it belonged to and gave it a read-through. You're a really talented writer. I'm sorry. I peeked at the first page, then the next, and I couldn't stop. I think it's good enough to publish. It's the kind of adventure story that will make people laugh and cry.
I do not trust a single
I love how you never
fucking
know what
word
mess
this
the hero
dude
is going to get
says.
herself into next. I'm dying to read more.
Like, he is...
Your mouth's hanging wide open. Bernadetta, are you okay?
Sorry, was someone talking about a story?
Yes, that would be me. I read your book.
You read my book?
Yeah, and I loved it.
Ah, I'm so humiliated. Please forget everything you read.
Humiliated? No, I think the word you're looking for is humbled, because... And she's gone. Now, what do I do with this book?
Oh, he actually read it. I regret everything. Even if I burn the pages, I can't burn his memory.
That dude is,
Unless I
like...
throw him in the fire too. No.
I think
it's
one of the
awful.
characters even
Don't think things
calls
like that,
him,
Bernie.
like, a skirt chaser. Like, that dude sucks. And the only reason... the only reason I was able to recruit him is because he doesn't have any recruitment requirements if you're playing the female player character. He just joins because you're another girl. Like, he just joins instantly. Usually you have to, like, get a stat up to, like, recruit a character, but he's just like, oh, a girl.
Ferdinand? Our professor is wanting to see you. He has much concentration right now. I will wait for him to be finished reading.
Diplomacy has an effect upon weapons development. Yes, that makes sense.
Just lets you know that the
Peasant.
character that's
How
not
long
talking
have you
is
been there?
focusing on a book,
short
I
time.
guess. I don't know.
You were devoting all of your attention to that book.
Forgive me, I was fully absorbed in my reading. I see you have been reading as well. Anything interesting?
I am studying the history of Fodlan.
A history book. What a keen student you are. And it's about House Hresfeld. Certainly a stimulating topic.
I am wishing to learn all about
Her
Fodlan.
boobles?
What is the book you are reading?
Oh, this? This relates to a little hobby of mine. The regional history of weapons development in Fodlan. Militaries have to adapt their weapons according to terrain and climate. And they have to keep up with technologies
What
in
does
other
that mean?
regions. It's very interesting.
Yes, it is interesting. I see why you would be enjoying that kind
Notice
of
what?
Oh, does that excite your curiosity too? Perhaps you would care to read more about it then. This is just one of 18 volumes, and our library has the entire collection.
I give you my gratitude. Research of weapons could be a good reference for me. Oh, please take my apologies. I was meaning to tell you that our professor is wanting to see you.
Oh, it is not like you to forget something. I suppose I ought to be going then.
Yes, it is a rarity that I forget something. But it is not impossible.
Oh. Her weird little, like,
Time for
peacoat
some more.
corset thing.
Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar, do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I gave you credit for. I have been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It will be greatness.
All right. I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind. Sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all. Let's train.
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No. It's really nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Ah, fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire.
Everybody's
I hear
dad
he has great
is
skill.
either a
No,
war
not
criminal
that.
or just sucks
Well,
in this
it's kind of
game.
about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know?
There's
My
really a lot
father
of dad
killed
talk.
yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about since.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra?
There's a theoretical fight between dads in another
What am I
support.
supposed to do now?
In this one, there's a solved fight between dads. Dorothea.
Petra, how are you doing? Getting used to life here?
I am settled. Everyone shows great kindness.
I'm glad to hear it. I was so surprised when you first arrived. A princess all the way from Bridget.
You have my gratitude. But please do not call me princess. You are making my cheeks blush.
There's nothing to blush about. You're every little girl's dream of what a princess should be. Anyhow,
Dorothea.
I suppose it's been a long time
Every
since you've been
every
back to Bridget,
conversation
hope you
between
aren't homesick.
Dorothea and a
Maybe
woman
we can
is
cook one of your favorite dishes
just-
from back home. I suppose you're right.
oh no.
That's probably why they don't cook the food of Bridget in the dining hall.
I didn't mean to skip that.
I'm sorry.
I was
just
gonna
kept
do a
thinking
chef's
about
kiss.
How hard it must be to live somewhere so far away from home and... No, it can't be impossible. I'll fix you a real meal of Bridget. I'll just find a recipe and similar
But then every
ingredients.
conversation
Wait,
that
Dorothea.
Dorothea has with
It is the
a
thinking
man
that counts.
is just her
But your cooking is...
like roasting them.
Oh, what is the word?
Except
Horrendous.
Lindhart,
That
I
is
guess.
what everyone is saying anyway.
No, she kind of
Horrendous.
roasted him too.
Nobody's cooking can be that bad.
The thinking is enough for me. You have my biggest gratitude.
Fine, I'll do something instead of cooking for you. I just want to be sure that you feel at home here. How about a massage? That may help you loosen up.
I have no problems. My body is already able to relax.
Oh? Then perhaps I could sing you lullabies to help you sleep.
I'm not having sleeping trouble.
Just know that you never have to worry about putting me out. I like helping my friends. Well then, I must be going, but remember my offer.
Dorothea is filling my heart full.
Wow. That was a good one. I should just... Maybe I should just stop doing them in order and just go to the good ones first. But then, I don't know. Then it's just like... I like having them come and then be like, oh, it's a good one. Imagine.
Shamir,
What if they were all good?
you are training away from the ground of training.
Ah, Petra. Well, it looks like it might rain.
I have understanding. Rain training can cause unhealthiness. Can I give you a question now?
Sure.
You come from Dagda, I think. Why are you working at the monastery?
You can tell I'm from Dagda? Oh, I suppose Bridget is our neighbor. As for why I work here, that's simple. I work to live. Rhea took me in when I had nowhere else to go. I'm here to repay my debt. I don't plan to return to Dagda anytime soon.
But Fodlan is an enemy for you, right? Are you feeling okay about that?
The only ones I've fought in person are the Imperial Army. I carry no ill will toward anyone else.
I have gratitude for your answering. You have given me understanding.
How about you? Do you hate them? The Empire is your father's enemy, no? And it's Dagda's fault that Bridget got pulled into the war at all. So, do you hate Dagda? Or do you see that as none of your concern?
The fault is not of Dagda. My father made his own choice to be joining the war. I cannot say I have no hatred for the Empire, but I do not have any for Edelgard. When I came here, she was always helping me.
Makes sense. You can hate a country without hating its people.
You speak with such honesty. It is very amazing.
I'm not that special. I just don't let emotions get in my way.
Jesus. Okay, that's Petra. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back. Boop.
Snowflakes only on your face. A cold wind blows away the laughter from this treasure place. But in our memories it stays.
Hello. God. I was downstairs for like 5 seconds. And ugh. My parents were watching Bill Maher. I just got so fucking angry. It takes like one sentence out of that dude's mouth to just supremely piss me off. Okay. I'll just keep going this way.
It has been a while since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not? You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. personal growth is due in large part to you. And I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely.
It's kind of
Excuse me?
rude.
Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things. Why, when I go to the market alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only
I've
to
never
those as mature
haggled in my
as
life.
myself. Who? Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know. So,
No, just
well, it seems we have something in
picturing
common,
that
since I do
happening.
not know your age. Come now. There is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any other sea.
There's
but
at
I have
least
come to
like
realize you are more like a particular sea. One I have
5
seen
or so
before.
characters
When
in
I
this
was quite
game
small, my
of
mother would take me
indeterminate
out to play in the
age,
sea.
like
She was an excellent fisher, my mother.
including your
I
player
grew to love
character.
fish deeply because of her. Well, you see,
She does love fish.
oh, wait.
She really does
I was
love
talking about the
fish.
sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago.
Oh, I was like, why does this sound familiar? I've already done this one before, I'm pretty sure.
No, I do not think so.
Or maybe not.
It is all quite strange, really.
Maybe
I
it
wonder
was
if we
one of the
might be
ones
distant relatives.
that I did on the save that I
No, that
got rid
cannot
of.
be it either. After all, if we were related, that would mean... Though considering all that Rhea has done, it is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Oh, apologies.
It's nothing.
Just muttering to myself.
Don't worry about
It
it.
is nothing. Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
Okay. Shit. She has hardly any. I guess she's kind of new to the... She's kind of late to the party.
Hey there, Flane. I thought I'd drop by and see if you'd care for a...
Now, just a moment, Sylvain. If you must speak with me, I implore you to do so from where you stand. My apologies if this comes across as rude, but please do not come any closer to me.
Excuse me?
I am sorry. My brother has explicitly warned me not to go near you.
Sedith said that? I bet he also told you any woman who comes too close to me is, how does he say it? Doomed to misfortune.
You know,
He used those very words. Is it true then?
I can't say I disagree.
He's just
I can't
messing
say I
with you,
disagree.
obviously.
Of course I would prefer to believe that, but one can never know for certain. Particularly when similar stories are constantly in circulation about you. I have heard that men and women alike have been seduced by your nefarious ways.
I hate to suggest my talents are being oversold, but...
I have heard that you toy with people's emotions, like a cat toys with its prey.
do I really look like such a villain to you?
Well, perhaps not. You do not strike me as much of a charmer.
When you put it like that, I feel like I should defend... Yeah, forget it. Let's get to the actual point.
Did I not tell you, Sylvain? Stay away from me.
It's kind of awkward talking from so far away. Can I please step just a little?
Truly, there are countless terrible stories of your behavior. I've heard that you panic when there aren't women around to flirt with, that you've gone as far as flirting with horses and even chickens.
Oh, come on. Who would even... You should know that your brother has an overactive imagination.
I would like to believe that you are a sincere and reputable person, Sylvain. But there is no smoke without fire. Or so the saying goes.
I may not be the most respectable fellow you'll ever meet, but
Until I can be certain, please refrain from coming too close to me. Now, if you will excuse me, I must be on my way.
Flame, wait! Come back! And she's gone. All I was trying to do was deliver a message.
Like his fucking
Flame,
catchphrase, I
The
guess.
professor said we need to come to the cathedral! I'll run really far ahead so you don't have to walk near me. There, I tried telling her. The professor can't be mad about that.
Really, that's wild. The only other one is with Manuela.
Hello, Professor Manuela. I wish you to know that I have heard ever so much about your talents.
Whatever are you talking about, Flame?
Singing! Why, you are wonderfully skilled at it, are you not? Why, I have even overheard people saying your voice is akin to the singing of a goddess.
It makes me happy to hear. But who told you that?
Oh, the students are always speaking of it, which got me to thinking, I may be the only person in all of the academy who's never heard your beautiful voice in song. So, I was wondering, Manuela, might you sing a little something for me?
Your request is touching, but I can't perform on such short notice. My voice is an instrument and requires proper gentle care. However, the stories are true. I was once the leader of the Middle Franc troupe, but that was a long time ago.
Middle Franc? What do those words mean precisely?
You've never heard of the Middle Franc troupe? It's the single most popular opera company in the imperial capital. I used to sing on stage with them. I was the star, in fact.
Oh, wow. In all of Enbar? They must not have been around when I was living there.
You used to live in Enbar?
Indeed. Although I was quite a bit younger at the time. It is where I was born, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, you must have been too young to hear about us.
Yes, that could be. And what precisely is the function of an opera troupe?
You don't know what an opera troupe is? Well, it's a group of performers like myself who act out stories on stage in front of a big audience. Stories with lots of singing.
Oh, I understand now. I certainly have experience in the fine art of storytelling. There is often singing as a part of story time for the children at the monastery.
That is darling, Flame. But I'm not sure it's quite the same thing as an opera. You see, operas are performed in grand theaters with orchestral accompaniment. Everyone attending wears their finest.
I think
It is
Flame's
a very special occasion.
correct here.
Theaters, they're called? You mean to say that there are buildings exclusively used for
They're the same.
telling stories?
You've never even heard of a theater? You're an intelligent girl, Flame, and the world is full of wonders. You have a lot left to discover.
I love Manuela's eyeshadow so much.
That song.
It's
hello,
so
old guy.
fucking stupid.
Professor Manuela. that
Especially
song
considering
you
like how
I feel
much
as though
she
I've heard it
flirts with
before,
you as
long ago.
a female
I'm sure It
character.
was you singing it back then. At the opera house in the imperial capital, perhaps.
Why, yes. You must have seen me there. I am flattered you would remember it. I performed with the Middle Franc Opera Company in Enbar on numerous occasions.
So it was you. I went to that performance with my uncle. I wanted desperately to see it again. But after that night, he took me to seek asylum in the kingdom. When I returned to the Empire several years later, you had already retired.
Oh, that's a shame. So you only got to hear me sing once?
Sadly, that's correct.
Yet you still remember it, even the melody of the song I sang. I'm honored.
That's how much of an impression your voice left on me. I must ask, why did you retire so soon? You could have continued for another 10 or 20 years.
Indeed. Many singers perform for decades.
She does wink a lot.
But that wasn't for me. I wanted to go out on top. My voice is a gift from the goddess. However, as all things do, it will decline with age. One day, I will lose that gift. And so I decided I needed to learn to survive without it, long before that day came. I needed to prove to myself that I can live on, even after my voice returns to the goddess.
So despite your belief in the goddess, you wish to live by your own strength?
It's hard for me to explain. The goddess supports me both spiritually and emotionally. Everything else is up to me.
No, no. God, Manuela doesn't have any other supports with girls. Just Sylvain and Hanneman, her co-worker.
Ugh, my head. Why am I here instead of the infirmary? When did I...
It's starting off rough.
How are you feeling, Professor Manuela?
Sylvain? What do you need at this hour?
You don't remember? Well, you collapsed in the infirmary, and...
That doesn't sound like me. Wait, no, I remember. The truth is, something sad happened. So I did what I always do to forget my troubles.
Anyway, I found you passed out on the floor, helped you up, then carried you back here.
And what were you doing in the infirmary late at night? Not bringing a girl there, I hope.
No, nope, I was definitely alone. I just had a bad feeling, and I decided to look around to see if anyone needed my help.
I don't like this one.
Oh, my poor head.
Are you all right? Here, have some water.
I mean,
What a thoughtful young man you are.
Manuela
You're a real
is
gentleman,
known
compared to that
to
jerk
really
just...
fucking
That good-for-nothing guy who strung you along,
drink a
whispered
lot.
sweet nothings in your ear, then shattered your heart beyond repair? I agree.
But-
he's a jerk.
Oh no. Did I say those things to you?
Actually, your version had more details.
I don't like this
Very
guy.
detailed details.
Oh dear.
You know, Professor, you're a good catch. It's a shame that you've had no luck with men. You need a guy like me. Somebody who sees your beauty. and
I
appreciates
swear
how
to God,
tender
I'm
you
gonna
are,
kill this
emotionally,
dude.
And how much love you have to give.
You're a smooth talker, even when you don't mean what you say. I'm going to change, so shoot, okay?
Sure, I can take a hint. Rest up, Manuela.
Thank you, Sylvain. I'm going to try and get some sleep. Did he just call me Manuela and not Professor? That sly little... Although...
Don't,
Me? With Sylvain?
girl. What the fuck you doing? All right, this is sure to be an enlightening conversation.
Manuela, isn't it a bit rude to sigh at someone the moment you see them enter the room?
Hanneman, isn't it a bit rude to tell others how to behave? Besides, I could be sighing about any number of things more interesting than you.
Goodness, you're unusually irritable today. Don't you imagine your attitude a bit excessive? You snap at every little thing, your ill mood on display for one and all. It saddens me to see such behavior from one who should be setting a good example for the younger generation.
Well, listen to the noble lecturing a lowly commoner to be
Oops.
on her best. Well, listen to the noble
Didn't mean to.
I fail to
Shit.
understand how
I really
my
fucked that
birth
one
is
up.
relevant to the topic at hand. I was merely trying to say that as a fellow adult,
He's one of the other professors. He's a fucking. I don't know. He's a nothing character.
You're not done lecturing yet? Leave me alone and go pester someone else. Maybe leave everyone alone and go focus on your precious crest research.
He's obsessed with crests.
I don't know what to say to you, Manuela. I was only speaking out of honest concern.
Oh, was that a sigh I heard? Isn't it a bit rude to sigh at someone just because?
Don't be so childish. You are so sensitive to ill will from others, yet you let your own emotions run wild. Why is it that you cannot keep a handle on yourself?
Keep a handle on? Well, I've never. What makes you think you're so much better?
This ain't it.
Just because you keep your emotions bottled up behind your stupid stony face. Well, it doesn't mean everyone else has to do the same. Stop telling everyone how to behave, Hanneman. It will make you and the rest of us
Love
much
it.
happier.
Love her.
I will not stand for this insolence. It is high time
Slap it.
someone
Slap
taught
it.
you.
Go on. If you think you can change me, I'd like to see you try.
Yeah.
Thought so. You wouldn't dare.
Absolutely insufferable.
Okay. Done with the first half side. This one still doesn't work. Okay. Wait, this. No. Excuse me. I guess Edelgard.
You came at just the right time, Edelgard.
Is that so?
Yes, I have a story for you.
A story.
It's about a pair of nobles living about 100 years after the founding of the Adrestian Empire. One was Derek von Eyre. People called him the warrior prime minister. He bravely led soldiers into battle and mowed down his enemies. And the other
Was the emperor of the time. She wagered the throne in a duel against Derek and won. Why don't we do what our ancestors did and have a little duel ourselves? That's what you were going to say. But the answer is no.
You interrupted me.
This is why I have to date
The
her.
warrior
This is why I had to
prime
turn down
minister was too
Dorothea.
inclined to propose the duel, and you did not allow me to say it.
My apologies, Ferdinand.
Well, at any rate, you were correct in surmising that I was about to challenge you. But you were rather blunt in your refusal.
Ferdinand, control yourself. When will you tire of challenging me in pointless competitions?
I can quit now if you insist on it. I will not challenge you again.
You expect me to believe that?
Why do you look so surprised? Of course it is not a valid duel unless both parties are willing. Now that you have refused outright, I must come up with some other way of getting that which I seek.
I'm afraid to ask what you could possibly mean by that.
Only that I will find some other way of showing everyone that I am superior to you. Huh. I will write a handbill listing your accomplishments, alongside my own more impressive accomplishments. Copyists will produce thousands of these pamphlets and distribute them far and wide. Then everyone will know about my...
This has to stop. Perhaps I should have ended things with a duel after all.
Good. Good. No, no. Caspar. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see what hers and Dorothea's looks like.
Training again. You're certainly working hard, Caspar.
Oh, Edelgard! You scared me. You should have said something.
I did, but no matter. What has you training with such intensity? It's never good to neglect one's training. But overdoing it is ill-advised as well. You could already give any student here a battle they wouldn't soon forget.
You think so? Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I can't really stop training, though. I gotta get better if I expect to get anywhere in this world.
If memory serves, you're the second son of House Bergleys, right?
That's right. My older brother is the heir, and there are already too many mouths to feed in our family, so I can't count on any support. I pretty much have to make it on my own, you know?
I understand. It's difficult being born a noble. Those who inherit everything also inherit great burdens, but the same can be said of those who inherit nothing.
What are you talking about? I don't have any troubles. Who cares if I don't inherit anything? It just means I get to cut a path to my own future. You know what your problem is, Edelgard? You always have to make everything about you.
Are you picking a fight, Caspar?
Hey, now come on. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Always happy to fight, though, if that's what you want.
I have no desire to bicker with you. Good luck with your training. Goodbye.
What was that about? I'll never understand her.
What was that about? Here we go!
Baby. Uh-oh, you're scowling again. You're going to get wrinkles all over that cute face of yours if you don't smile more.
Hello, Dorothea. I was just lost in thought. There are so many things to be done. To think of them makes my head ache sometimes. So many nobles of the Empire are utterly useless. When I am Emperor, I intend to appoint only those who can actually be useful. It doesn't matter if they're of noble or common birth.
Noble or common, eh? Can you really do that? I mean, not that I don't agree. I'd make all those nobles vanish if I could.
It's not a question of can or cannot. All that matters is doing it and doing it right. The nobility system has only been around for 1,200 years. The concept didn't exist before that.
Only 1,200 years, huh? You always say such preposterous and extraordinary things, Amy. Yet somehow you actually make it work for you. It's like you're a character from an opera.
A character from an opera? If an opera is made about my life someday, I wonder how I'll be portrayed. The revolutionary who guided the Empire to a new dawn, or the foolish ruler who took her revolution too far?
Well, that all sounds pretty violent. But either way, it would make an incredible opera. Do you figure it'd be a grand action piece full of combat and strife? Or would you prefer a somber political drama? Hail the mighty Edelgard.
Wow.
Red blood stains her story. Heavy as her crown may be.
She's just fucking freestyling for her.
To a brighter dawn we shall carry on. Hail Edelgard!
That's quite enough, Dorothea. I'm starting to feel more than a little embarrassed. Lovely as your voice is, let's just hope that any operatic productions about me are still a ways off.
That was about as good as I could have hoped for. That one. Don't we all?
What is on my agenda for this afternoon?
Professor Hanneman, may I have a moment of your time?
Ah, it's you. Very well. I am quite busy, but if you are here to discuss my crest research, I would be happy to oblige.
I'll pass on that offer. I'm just hoping you'll explain something to me.
Oh, I doubt if I have anything of particular interest to share.
Why did you abandon your noble standing in the Empire? And don't say it was for your crest research. There are institutes for that within the Empire. You could easily have remained a noble and still been able to visit Garrick Monk, or request the cooperation of the Church.
Certainly that was an option, but I desired a better research environment. Treasures and holy artifacts reside here that cannot be examined by someone outside the Church. I required access to those things, no matter the cost.
But surely your noble status would have allowed you greater funding and resources. Even secrets of the kingdom and the alliance would have been easier to obtain as a noble of the empire.
What you say is true. I cannot deny that. Both paths have advantages and disadvantages.
I see you're unwilling to be forthcoming on that topic.
I don't know what you mean.
I've heard that you used to enthusiastically research crests for the Empire. You abandoned the Empire, yet retained your focus on crest research. I just wanted to know why.
I feel your suspicions of me are unwarranted. I haven't the time now, but perhaps I will tell you more if the opportunity arises.
Boring. Alright, onto this dingus. Meeting of the
That
minds.
settles that. And don't even think about brawling around here again.
Impressive, Caspar. Well done.
Hey, Ferdinand, did you see that fight?
I saw it from start to finish. Both parties were at fault, disturbing the peace. Then you stepped in and corrected their behavior. You are setting a good example. I am proud to call you my fellow noble.
Your fellow noble? I wasn't even thinking about nobility. That had nothing to do with it.
Excuse me, nothing? Resolving conflicts among common folk is a duty of the nobles. Is that not what you were doing?
I guess so. But it was more like instinct or something. I saw people acting out of line and I had to step in.
Ah, you were acting on impulse. You might be better served following moral convictions rather than instincts. Take me, for example. I always bear in mind that I am a noble and behave accordingly. The fortunate must help the unfortunate. That is my guiding principle.
I never have any idea what you're talking about. If someone's in trouble, you gotta help them out. Simple as that.
A difference of opinion, you might say. Very well then. Believe what you will. I will not expend energy trying to change your mind.
Maybe all of this noble stuff just isn't for me. Hey, don't walk away when I'm talking to you.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how this conversation goes.
Dorothea! The dining hall seems so much brighter with you here.
Ferdy, I must say
Ferdy.
you are quite adept with flattery. Please, give me some more.
Flattery? No, I was not... There you
God.
go with that attitude again. Why do you
She's
reserve
so
such
good.
cold treatment for me and me alone? Do you
It's not
hate me,
just you.
Dorothea?
Don't worry.
Or have you some other reason to avoid my company?
I underestimated you. I assumed your noble upbringing had dulled your perception. But you got it right on your first try. I hate you.
I was right. Might I ask why you find me so despicable? I can scarcely guess.
Don't waste another minute thinking about it.
That will not do. I do not think you would hate a person for no reason.
Perhaps. How's this? If you can guess why, I'll let you know if you're right. The brains of us common folk are so simple, it should be pretty easy for a big shot noble to sort out.
Very well. I cannot walk away
Honestly,
from a challenge. I
I
have
need
no
a
choice but to
three-way
chance a guess.
marriage
You are always
between
making
her and
fun, calling me a
Edelgard.
big shot and so
I think
forth.
that's the only way to really make
Perhaps
this
you
work.
think all nobles are... No, it cannot be that simple.
Oh? What can't be that simple?
Please, will you not give me a clue?
Well, let me see. A good clue? I know. It's because you're like a bee. That ought to be enough of a clue. So long, Ferdy.
A bee? I haven't the slightest. Perhaps because I am such a diligent worker?
Because you're a useless drone. Just straight to Dorothea with this one.
Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me.
I'm always happy to help. What can I do for you?
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you mind coming along to my room?
Your room? Okay. This isn't what I had in mind.
Come on, a big, strong guy like you. This is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it.
There's still more to do. Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean? It's just a dorm room.
Were you raised in a stable? Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who uses it. In fact,
Honestly, I
once
mean,
we're done with this room, we should clean up your room
what
as
else?
well.
What else would
Yeah,
she want
I
him
don't think
for?
so. I have some actual training to do.
Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. The fella I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and I assume a tolerable personality.
Don't you get tired of spending time with all these guys who have tolerable personalities?
Oh, it gets
A
tedious
fella,
at times.
a pal.
You must listen to them talk, for one thing. But it's important for my future.
That's how I see my training. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
I don't know if that's a comparison you really want to make.
Why not? Seems about right to me. Sure, I'm a noble, but I'm also a second son. I don't have anything coming to me. Why do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world. I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. It would be nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar, I need to get ready for my date. Shall we both agree to work hard for our futures?
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth it.
Okay. Is it just Shamir? It's just Shamir, okay.
Hey, Shamir. Your archery skills were amazing the other day. I couldn't believe it when you hit all those bullseyes. Not a single miss.
There was nothing.
No way, it was incredible. You were incredible. You got it.
Maybe.
That sounds like a yes to me. Are you free tomorrow?
Maybe. No promises, though.
Come on, Shamir, don't be like that. Wait, is this because you don't think I'm good enough? That can't be it.
It's nothing personal. As someone born in Dagda, I'm not very fond of the Empire.
Dagda? Where is... Oh! You mean where they had that war with the Empire a few years back? The country west of Fodlan? Across the ocean? That Dagda?
Yeah. She
That
has,
Dagda. But that is behind
she's
us.
wifed.
I had no idea. I understand why you'd hate the Empire so much, though. My father was a major general in that war. He led an entire army. If I were you, I definitely wouldn't want to train the son of someone who killed all those Dagdans.
You misunderstand.
Damn it.
I harbor no ill will toward your generation.
Huh? Well, then what does this have to do with you teaching me how to shoot?
I simply have other commitments. I don't have the time to teach everyone, so I can't make any promises.
That's your reason? You're just too busy? I thought you hated me. I guess I had nothing to worry about. In that case, I'm excited to get to know you better. Let's leave all that Dagda and Empire stuff in the past.
Sorry, I have to keep muting my mic because there's noisy people outside. Wow, that's it. I've been looking forward to this though, honestly.
Ah, Sylvain. It's unusual unusual to find you doing
It's
something
fucking.
other than
There we
hang on.
go. Just right off the bat.
Dorothea.
Really
I've
good.
been preparing to do just that, as it were. My intention is to flirt with the monastery's most beautiful flower, Dorothea herself.
Oh dear. And I've ruined all your hard work. You might as well save the effort. I'm not taking the bait.
Oh, Dorothea, your wit is as sharp as your beauty. Don't you want just a little flirting? Just a sample? I'm not like all the others, you know.
I'm not like
I
other
don't doubt it.
guys.
By not like all the others, do you mean how serious you are about being disingenuous when you flirt?
And that is supposed to mean what exactly?
Your social standing isn't bad, and you're not bad to look at or particularly dumb. You could easily be engaged by now. But you just flit from one woman to the next without settling on anyone. I bet you enjoy going out with them, but you hate women themselves. Don't you think?
Me? Hate women? I'm always serious
Oh my
when it
God.
comes to matters of the heart. When I flirt, I stake my life on it.
Uh-huh. I'll believe it when I see it. Staking your life on a person
I mean,
is the
I
sort of
really,
thing you should
I'm
only
gonna,
do when you're in love.
I'm just gonna.
I bet you enjoy going out with them, but you hate women themselves. Don't you think?
Oh my god, what a fucking good line. Me hate women?
That's what I've been saying. I love you enough to stake my life on it.
Oh my god, shut up.
And I'm seriously in love with each and every girl I flirt with.
I see. Regardless, I'm not staking my life on you. So you'd better go and fall in love with someone else. Goodbye, Sylvain.
She's stone cold. I love it.
You're not allowed to. Shit. Fuck. Wow. Just Hanneman, huh? Alright. That's it? This is the one that I skipped. I wonder if I can go
How are
back
you doing,
to,
Professor? Would you care to join
watch
me
old
for a
ones.
cup of tea?
A cup of tea.
It
Okay,
occurs to
okay
me
or
that
sure.
whenever we chat, I have a tendency to pester you with my questions and theories about your history. It seems only fair to speak on the topic of myself for once. And perhaps you might feel more positively inclined toward my research if I shared my own story. Not at all. I am quite honest in my motivations. Well, I suppose I should begin at the beginning, eh? I was born into a noble house of the Empire. Not a large house, mind you, but noble all the same. Our land holdings were small, but our bloodline was quite strong. So, as you can imagine, there were many of us in the family who carried the power of crests. I myself bear a minor crest. Our family's abundance of crests may be part of the reason I've been interested in the topic since I was just a boy. I dedicated myself to my studies, and after years of effort, I became lead crest scholar at the Empire's largest research institution. I had only Imperial blood, and thus Imperial crests, at my disposal in the Empire. So I came to Garrick Mach and devoted myself to my research during my time as a professor. My progress is slow, but with each revelation, I move ever closer to the answers I have sought for decades. Your cooperation as the bearer of the crest of flames ensures my research will continue to advance.
God.
In fact, it
I
may
guess I could just
bring
skip
ever
it.
closer to the
But I'm
goal
afraid
of
there's gonna be like
uncovering
some important
everything
lore
there is to
shit.
know about crests.
Why is it,
I do
what is
hope
that?
you shall
Why does
continue
it sound like that?
helping me advance in this field of study.
Does it sound weird to y'all? Like all tinny there for a second? If you insist.
Together, We will solve the mystery of your crest of flames, and our world will be the better for it. Shall we proceed?
I'm sure.
My lab instruments are fully prepared. I have a great number of tests I'm excited to carry out. No, don't worry. They won't hurt one bit.
Fuck this guy. Alright, I guess that's it for supports for now. This one still doesn't work for some reason. Maybe I have to wait a few days or something. I'm gonna save this. And then I'm not sure. Is there a way to do it from here? I might need to actually go and shut off the game and start it again. I don't know how to get back to the main menu, but I'm pretty sure there's like a theater mode. Because there's a couple that I want to go back to. Yeah, there's a collection came out, a 20-year anniversary collection. So I have a few Guilty Gear games on my Switch. Extras? Movie gallery. I don't know if this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is just like the 2D animated cutscenes. Well, oh wait, support conversations right here. Ooh. Wait. Okay, I was gonna say. Really? Is that? Oh, there's two parts of it. Okay.
Bob, save.
Is that a ghost?
We are within a monastery. No ghost would dare set foot in here. What is that look upon your face? I am no ghost, if that is what was on your mind.
No. Who's there? Professor, what are you doing here? Oh? Perhaps I was talking in my sleep. Ah, so you heard me then. Yes, it was a nightmare. I've had them since I was a child. Stupid, pointless dreams I can't control. It's terribly frustrating.
I guess. Always gotta be prepared, always gotta have that cape on.
Just my childhood. A time before I had realized who I was destined to become.
I can't remember what it says here. I don't think it matters. It really isn't any of my business.
I had a feeling you'd say
as a
that.
teacher.
I suppose I could try.
As a
but
player.
Only if you swear not to tell a soul. I appreciate it. I dream of my older brother, paralyzed, helpless. My older sister crying for help that never came. The youngest babbling words beyond meaning. I see my family dying slowly, waiting in the darkest depths for a glimmer of light. I once had 10 siblings, 8 older and 2 younger. Such a large family, and yet I became the heir to the throne. Do you know why? Every last one of them was crippled by disease, or lost their mind, or died. I was the only one left who could inherit the throne. Things kept getting worse. The darkness kept getting darker. In the end, I was the only one who survived. The nightmares are a reminder to never forget, to never allow such terrible things to happen again. Even now, I'm the only one who can carry the weight of the Adrestian Empire, the future of the Empire. Everything depends on me. I shared more than I intended to. I suppose there's something in the air tonight. I've never told anyone about my past before. Please, forget I said anything. Sleep well, my teacher.
So yeah, she has a pretty fucking heavy backstory.
Oh, it's you. Out late again, I see. What brings you here? I just wanted some fresh air. There's a lovely breeze tonight. I always wander outside when sleep evades me. So I see. Still, it's ill-advised to stay up so late. I should get some sleep too, but... Have you ever felt a sort of longing for the outdoors? I have. There are times I long for the warmth of the sun, for a sweet breeze on my face. Do you remember what I told you the other night? About my past? None of my siblings had a chance to lead the sort of life they deserved. An ordinary life. Well,
Oh god.
perhaps if I tell you
I hope
more,
that doesn't carry
I'll
over.
come back to you.
I answered the right
siblings and
thing
I
before, I just wanted to see what happened.
We were imprisoned underground, beneath the palace. The objective was to endow our bodies with the power of a major crest. I have always possessed the crest of Seros, inherited through the Hresvelg bloodline. But it was only a minor crest, and most of my siblings bore no crest at all. In order to create a peerless emperor to rule Fodlan, they violated our bodies by cutting open our very flesh.
So, yeah.
Now here I stand, the fruit of that endeavor. Edelgard von Hresvelg. But that came at too high a price. The others were sacrificed. Ours weren't the only lives devastated by that terrible process. Innocents died as well, without even knowing what they were dying for. And there you have it. The truth of the Hresvelg's empire. The Prime Minister and his gaggle of nobles. They had
Okay,
the empire under their thumbs. My father, the Emperor, tried to stop
By the
him,
way,
but it was
in case you don't remember or it wasn't like notable enough to pick up, Ferdinand, the fucking orange-haired guy, not the red-haired guy. Ferdinand is the Prime Minister's son. So his family is responsible for like the imprisonment and human experimentation to like create the perfect emperor or some shit.
My father was nothing but a puppet on a string by then. He was powerless to save us. I know how it all sounds. But when you see my true strength, you will know I speak the truth. I have kept it hidden all this time, but I will reveal to you the power of my second crest. It is the same as yours. The
Oh
crest
yeah,
of flames.
I forgot about that.
When it manifested for me, I swore a silent oath. For the sake of my family, and for all the poor souls whose lives were traded for my existence. For their sake, I will build a world where such meaningless sacrifices never again.
And this
take
is why
place.
Edelgard
As
is
Emperor,
fucking good
I
as
will
hell.
Change the world. I swear it.
The only truly woke queen. Who else? Who else? Bernadetta. Bernadetta also has a very dark backstory. But
Thank you, Lady Bernadetta.
I think the characterization
my
is really
leave.
good.
Oh, good. Bye! Goodbye! Finally. Oh, that was awful. Just terrifying.
But yeah, after this I'll probably call it for the night. Got through all of the ones that I wanted to get through. Maybe check in. Maybe I'll actually no. I'll do Dorothea's before I go.
Around. I tried to be polite, but strangers are just so nerve-wracking. Oh yeah? how about when I first met you and I wouldn't come out of the corner, or even uncover my face? Actually, now that you mention it, it's funny. Once I started talking to you, I stopped feeling scared. I wonder why.
Truly,
You know, Professor,
my daughter.
you might be the first person I've been able to speak to normally since I got here, and I have no idea why. I'm happy about it too. When we first
She's
started
like
out
so
here, we had to do
much like
drills
extremely more
outside.
normal
I skipped
in
those every chance I got.
these
It's a
ones
terrible
than
idea
she
going
was
out
in
the
all of the
forest
other
with all these
ones.
people you don't even know. Thanks to you, though, I can actually make it through class now. I'm grateful for that. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here. Sorry. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm doing just fine. I feel safe here, thanks to you. What?
Maybe not normal, maybe like, I don't know,
You saw that?
believable
Why would you see that? You were watching me? That crosses the line,
convincing.
Professor. Singing? Me? Why would I be singing? I'd never be singing. I've never been so humiliated. Useless,
Except,
worthless,
of course,
unmarriageable.
of course, it has to go there at the end. But,
Great weather today. Perfect for shutting yourself inside, don't you think? I'm glad you get it. With great weather like this, there'll be no one inside to bother us. I love feeling like I'm all alone in the world. Oh,
she's
that. Well, I guess I can tell
she's
you,
very,
Professor.
very
My
galaxy
father's
brain.
obsessed with money. He's only ever seen me as bait for a rich husband. To train me to be a good, submissive wife. He'd do things like tie me to a chair and leave me there all day, challenging me to stay quiet. I tried hard to do as he
I'm gonna
asked.
kill all the
Honestly,
fucking
I
dads in
did.
this game that aren't
But
already
before I
dead.
knew it, I just couldn't bring myself to leave my room anymore. I just had this overwhelming feeling of fear all the time. No matter how hard I tried, my father never thought I was good enough. After that, it was just constant scolding. He couldn't say 2 words to me without mentioning how useless I was. An unmarriageable girl. My life was isolated, to say the least. I wasn't allowed to play with other kids, let alone make friends. Soon, I stopped wanting that. I was happiest alone, but even that made him mad. And when he tried to drag me outside, I kicked and screamed so much, I seriously hurt myself. He's calmed down a bit in recent years. His constant torment was replaced with complete indifference. He mostly acts like I don't exist now.
This is why I have adopted her
If you can believe it,
as
I
my
was
daughter.
basically kidnapped. My mother ordered an attendant to stuff me in a bag while I was sleeping. By the time I figured out what was
What
going on,
fucking family
I was already
is
here.
this? Like,
For a while,
God.
I was sure I was going to die. But here I am. Look at me. Still breathing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you down talking like that about my past. Just forget everything I told you. There's no point in talking about myself anyway. Idiot! Oh, this is why everyone hates you, Bernie!
I just want to give her a hug.
Would ever say such a kind thing to me, Professor? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please don't look at me.
Okay. And then Dorothea. Change
Well,
of
I had
pace,
fun
change of
today.
tone.
Of course. You want to see me again, yes?
Of course. I'd love to, Dorothea.
Of course.
Well, until we meet again. Oh, hello, Professor. Were you watching that? You look like you have something to say, Professor. Look, I know what I'm doing. My claim as a diva won't last forever, after all. I must look to the future. You might think about doing the same thing. Your beauty...
Right, I totally fucking forgot about this.
...won't last forever.
Because Dorothea is so good in every other conversation.
You? Really? I never would have guessed. Anyway, I'm not just playing games with these boys. This is for my future. You have no right to object. I very much want to find a good partner here at the academy.
You gotta secure that bag.
Someone
I
who
mean,
will take care of me for the rest of my life.
what can I say?
Finding someone to take care of me? Of course it is. Who could ask for anything more? Anyway, I value your opinion, Professor, but I won't have you interfering with my life plans. Unless you'd like to take care of me into my old age. That'd be something, eh? How about it, Professor? I wasn't... You aren't being serious, are you? I was just teasing.
This is when she started falling for me.
Spending your whole life with me. The thought hadn't crossed my mind before, but come to think of it, that might sound pretty nice. You've gotten awfully quiet. You might even be blushing a bit. Have I embarrassed you? If so, I'm very, very sorry. I should be going anyway. I'll see you later, Professor.
She's good. God, I wish I could replay the conversation that I had with her on the tower. Maybe I saved that.
Professor, oh, don't worry. It's nothing. Actually, could we talk for a bit? Somewhere a little more private? I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I find you a little difficult to be around. I know. I'm your student and you're just trying to watch out for me. But the way you look at me sometimes, it's like you're seeing right through me. Don't worry. I know you don't mean anything bad by it. I'm just too self-conscious, I guess. The thing is, I don't have anything to call my own. No land, no birthright, no fortune. Little knowledge or battle skill. I think that's why I always clung to my popularity as a diva. Even after leaving the stage behind, I sort of kept up the act. When I look at you, it's like your eyes are accusing me. Telling me that you see right through it. That's what I mean.
Maybe it's because I've seen you kill scores of men on the battlefield.
Hey, this might be nuts, but maybe you could show me some kind of weakness of yours?
I think this is what I said the first time. I have no weaknesses.
You know my biggest fear. If I know one of yours,
Same answer.
maybe I'll feel less, I don't know, vulnerable. Excellent. Well then, don't mind me. I bet I know your weakness. It's not mental, is it? It's physical. You're ticklish. Here, I'll prove it.
Is she taller than me?
Right. The next time you gaze into my soul, I know just how I'll retaliate.
I feel so bad for having to turn her
Professor?
down.
What's with you? Why aren't you reacting to anything I'm doing? Come on. I thought that was funny. I swear, it's like your heart isn't even beating.
Thing is...
Don't be so silly. Huh? It really isn't beating? Is what I'd say if I were more gullible. You're just fooling around, Professor. I'm not sure how you did it.
This character literally doesn't have a heartbeat, so... Anyway. It's a long story, and I still don't really know what it means yet. But your player character in this was born without a heartbeat and is like, I don't know, some kind of fucking related to one of these freaks, probably. These green-haired dragon god women. I don't know. I don't really know what the deal is yet. I haven't gotten that far. But there's enough there for me to be intrigued. Anyway, I think that'll be it for now. Language. Oh, it's just Japanese and English. I was like about to switch it to French. I don't know why. Sekiro in French was really good. Okay. I might do another one of these later. I don't know. Depends on how much I get these links up by like the time I end this game, like get through my first playthrough. But yeah, I just wanted to show some of those because I think the writing is generally good. There's some stinkers in there, but I like the relationships between the characters, and especially some of them. Anyway, goodbye!